Hello world, I go by the name of Joffey Joe, and this is the show, Call It How I See It. And on tonight's episode, I got a couple of things I want to talk to you all about. First and foremost, I, Joffey Joe, go on a big fucking rant, and I'm going to tell you all how I feel about Daryl Morey. And if you do not know who Daryl Morey is, that is the president of basketball operations of the 76ers. So, you definitely don't want to miss out on the rant and what I have to say about Daryl Morey. Second, I have Carlitos in the house. Yes, Carlitos Way World is in the house, and we are here to recap last week's boxing matchup as the card of the century, happened. But the main event is what we're really going to be talking about, as Bivol prevailed against Betebiev 2. Yes, you don't want to miss out on what we have to say about that. And thirdly, I finally wrap up with my rant about the Tush Push. Alright? I have really nothing else to say. You're just going to have to listen to what I have to say about it, because I'm going to go off. This episode, I am going off. I'm tired of what's going on. Alright? So, you don't want to miss out on this action-packed episode. Alright, so I have to get this off my chest. Yo, fuck you, Daryl Morey. Honestly, because you ruined the fucking Sixers. You, Daryl Morey, you ruined the fucking Sixers. Like, where the Sixers are right now, I had high hopes beginning of the season. I did. I'm like, wow, we got Paul George. Maybe this will help. Maybe we'll get over the hump. Maybe we'll make the Eastern Conference Finals for one time. No, we took 3 steps backwards. And look where we are now. Joel Embiid got a contract extension in the offseason. And where has he been? He's been on the fucking bench. He's only played 19 games this year. He's averaging 23.9 points. He's not what he used to be, but you invested in him, Daryl Morey. And this is why I have to come after you, Daryl Morey. You don't know what the fuck you're doing, and I'm really tired of it. I don't understand why anybody would have this notion. I should be blaming Josh Harris, but Josh Harris wants to run the Devils, he wants to run the Commanders, and he wants to run the Sixers, okay? And now we're in a spot where the Sixers fucking suck. Man, I wish we could bring back Pat Croce, all right? I wish Pat Croce never sold the team. Pat Croce was a good owner. Okay? And I don't know what the fuck Josh Harris and Mark Rubin did, alright? But where Josh Harris has the Sixers going with Daryl Morey, and every day that Josh Harris gives Daryl Morey a fucking check to run the Sixers is just absolutely disgusting, alright? They had $2 tickets the other night, alright? They're getting beat by the Knicks right now. Right now. Joel Embiid is not on the court. Tyrese Maxey is putting up 27 points, okay? He is an all-star caliber player. He is doing everything he can to keep the Sixers afloat for you, Daryl Morey, for you. That is the only thing that you did good, was draft Tyrese Maxey. But other than that, you have done nothing good. You brought all your friends, all your free agent buddies from the Rockets, and you have Nick Nurse running the show. He doesn't know how to coach a lick of fucking defense, and it's because of you, Daryl Morey. You fucked up with your boy James Harden. You promised him money. You scared him away. You traded him away for absolutely nothing that helps the team right now. My God, I can go on and on about this. But Daryl Morey, you need to get the fuck out of Philly. Honestly, I'm just so sick and tired of seeing you, your fat fucking slob, your beard on the fucking seats. Oh my God, I really can't explain it. Just like, how does this guy have a job? How is he still employed by the Sixers? Get him the fuck out of town. Josh Harris, I hope that you and all the work that you're doing with Bob Myers with the Commanders works. I really do. But I hope that you're able to get Bob Myers or someone like-minded like Bob Myers into the front office of the Sixers, because the Sixers fucking need it. Because Josh Harris, you're paying more attention to the fucking Commanders. The Commanders in their first year are a successful team. You have had the Sixers since 2002, and they haven't done fucking nothing. All right? They lose in the second round every fucking year. And I'm really... And now, with this big 3, getting Paul George, who's doing worse numbers than fucking Tobias Harris, who put up 2 points before the All-Star break against the Brooklyn fucking Nets, is doing nothing. And now he wants to shut down his podcast. He doesn't want to talk. He needs to focus on the season. You should have did that earlier, Paul. God damn. You're averaging 16 points a game. What the fuck are you contributing? Your finger hurts, your leg, you're falling over like an idiot. I can't. You got me irate. You got my voice going. But this is your fault, Daryl Morey. This is your fucking fault. Our Sixers are in shambles because of you. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. You don't. You fucking slob. I can't believe this. I really can't. The Sixers are losing again, and I'm supposed to pay into this product? I don't think so. Wake up, man. Where the fuck is this going? What direction are you going? And God forbid, we might not even have a first round pick. It is not a protected pick unless we keep losing. So you might as well shut down Joel. Joel should have been traded years ago. He's damaged goods. Nobody's going to want him, not even for a fucking bag of potato chips. All right? We're stuck with him because of you, Daryl Morey. You fucked up, all right? And every other fucking GM or every front office guy from Coangelo, from Sam Hinkie, that's on you, Josh Harris. You're putting these people to run the team, and now look. With our hands in our ass, doing absolutely nothing. We're behind the fucking Bulls. We're behind the Brooklyn fucking Nets in the standings. This is disgusting. Look at our payroll compared to theirs. This is not cool. You have Tyrese Maxey trying to ball. He's not even 100%. He's putting up 27 points, but God forbid, God forbid, because everything and everything else around him is not working. And you know what happens when everything else is not working? When you're doing everything, you end up playing down too. It's like, why? Why? Why am I doing this? But this, Daryl Morey, is your fucking fault. Even this trade deadline, horrible. Horrible. You guys are talking about making the playoffs for fucking what? You guys aren't doing shit. God damn, this is fucking brutal. And Nick Nurse, can you coach up a defensive scheme? You let the Bulls put up 142 points. The fucking Chicago Bulls. You let everybody hit a three. Everybody in their fucking grandma is wide open, hitting threes. That fucking loss against the Boston Celtics before the All-Star break, awful. How many points? 26 points you're up, and you fucking lost at home? Everybody in that fucking stadium should get their fucking money back. That's why you're selling $2 tickets. Fucking a sham. A fucking sham. I'm so irate because I'm watching the Eagles win. I'm watching the Philadelphia Phillies be successful. I'm watching the Flyers kind of building something, being a contender of a playoff spot. But you're taking 5 steps backwards, and we're stuck. Because of you, Daryl Morey. Fuck you. I'm so fucking tired of this shit, bro. I really am. Every time I fucking see your face, I just want to fucking move it off the screen. Fucking slob. I just can't believe this, bro. This guy, MIT, shoot threes in D. What the fuck? You're part of the problem why basketball is what it is. Dumbass. And what you did with James Harden, nobody wants to come here anymore, bro. You promised the guy money, and then you scared him away, and now who else wants to come here? Yeah, you dangled it for Paul George to come here, of course. Why? It's easy. But other than that, who else wants to come here and play? Nobody. You saw it, the wrong people. You have fucking Eric Gordon? Bro, Eric Gordon? Seriously? You just signed all your Rockets buddies. Everybody that's on the Rockets, because that's the only people you can bring in here. And you end up trading them anyway. And you say you can't trade Paul George because, we got him and we promised that. Did you promise that to Caleb Martin? I don't think so. You dished him out. You dished out Reggie Jackson. Well, come on. Wake the fuck up. Jesus. Excuse me. But I'm so tired of how Daryl Morey is ruining the Sixers. Every day that he goes into that office and claims that he's trying to make the team better is a fucking lie. He needs to get out of town. Horrible. What you need to do is sit down with Howie Roseman. What you need to do is really learn what the Phillies are doing with Dombrowski. You need to learn how to structure a team. You're drafted wrong. All these years, you're getting all these picks. You did nothing with it. I really can't stand this. And even this Jared McCain situation, great pick. You overworked him. He got hurt. He's not there anymore either. So where are we at? Nowhere. Nowhere important. We're not going anywhere. Stephen A. Smith went in on this, but I'm going to go in even harder because this is Daryl Morey's fucking fault. You. I just want my Sixers to be good. Is that so hard to ask? Since 2001, they have not been to the finals. I'm watching the Celtics take every piece that we did wrong and turn it into a championship team. A championship team that the Eagles owner is willing to buy. The Eagles, Jeffrey Lurie, is willing to buy the Celtics because they're a winning franchise, because they know what they're doing. The Sixers? Forget about it, bro. Worry about getting arenas. You're worried about making a new arena. How about you make a team worth having people going to go see? If you're going to have a new arena with a team that's not even fucking good, then what's the fucking point? Please, tell me. But at the end of the day, it is your fault, Daryl Morey. You claim to be a basketball genius, but you're not. You're a fucking crock, and you need to get the fuck out of town. I don't see you ever having another type of title like this ever again. All right? You're a fucking joke. Any team would be fucking stupid to make you in this type of position again. And I'm done. Honestly, I'm irate. I'm done. I'm done with this season. Shut down Joel. Try to protect the pick that you pretend that you can keep. I feel bad for people like Kelly Oubre and Gershon Yabusele. They ball every night just to get fucking blown out. It's not fair. And it's not even somewhat fair to Nick Nurse. I mean, what pieces does he have really to work with here? Because of you, Daryl Morey. That's how you help your friends out? That's how you set up the team? Fuck out of here, man. I'm so fucking tired of this shit. And we're back. Yes, and look who we have in the house. The one and only Carlitos Way World TV. How you doing, Carlitos?
What's up, Joffey? Nothing, just chilling on my Friday night, Saturday night. Just hanging in there. Trying to have fun here at the Call It How We See It show. What's up? What's going on?
Yes.
Let's talk boxing.
Yes, that's why I have you here. We're going to square up. There was a big fight of the century. The card of the century.
Yes.
Yes, this past weekend. And it included the big fight, including Bivol versus Betebiev 2.
Yep.
So, that's why I have you here. I need your expertise to talk about this and the fight and everything going on. But we'll dive into this fight and the main event first. So, Carlitos, how do you feel about this fight in general?
The fight or the whole on card?
We'll start with the card. How about that? How do you feel about
Okay.
the card of the century?
I thought it was a pretty good card. It was a whole bunch of fighters, contenders versus contenders. I think there was like three fights, or two fighters that were canceled. Two fights, they had a switch or
Yeah,
whatever.
alterations.
But yes, we had people were getting sick out there. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what happens. Boxing
Right.
is boxing, but there's a couple substitutions and everything worked out. But yeah, I thought the whole card was amazing. Definitely do it again. I heard what's his name, the almighty one, or I forget how this guy Shakik or whatever, the promoter that does all these things on the cards and all that over there.
Yeah, the one
He's
sheet.
doing a good, yeah. He's doing a good job. I like that guy. He's a funny guy.
The guy looks like Swiss Beats.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah.
I find him cool. I don't know what's the whole thing about him, especially the whole thing about him being behind the ring and saying giving these guys the card numbers and all that, the judges' numbers, and that's all BS.
A lot of influence, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, all influence, but I think it's bullshit. It's just how it is. People just
Like the
talking
talk.
shit.
Like the talk.
Yeah, it's just like to just. He's not good for boxing. Just it is what it is. But yeah, Bivol versus Betebiev too. That was the main event card. It was a perfect. I mean, it was. I like the fight.
Loved it.
What I want to see at number 3, not really. It's just because when I seen the fight, I mean, the first couple rounds, I gave it to Betebiev, and then after that, just Bivol started boxing the shit out of this guy. Bivol just started kicking this guy's ass. It's just like it was a boxing lesson. Betebiev, he looked his age that night. He's 40 years old, if you guys don't know.
Yeah.
He's 40. He was the former undisputed lightweight heavy until Bivol kicked his butt.
Right.
It was just like I don't know. I mean, a third fight? I mean, maybe in the future, but I wasn't really like. Actually, like for me, I don't think I would go back and watch that fight again, just because I like the first fight better than the second fight.
Wow, really?
Just because, I like the first fight better than the second fight. Just because, I don't know, just a whole lot. But this time was just like, I don't know, I felt like it was like a blowout. It was like...
Yeah, I mean, from what I saw too, like you said, like I think the first 5 rounds was like kind of like a slobber knocker in a sense. Like Beterbiev was looking like he did in the first fight, just like, getting space and hitting him and everything. But then after that, like you said, like after the 6th round, Bivol just completely wiped them out, honestly. He just was totally like technically sound, clean, kept his jab going and everything, kept spacing him, and just moved around him really well. And you could just see Beterbiev just getting tired, man. Like his age was showing really big in this fight. So like I mean, it's good to see Bivol prevail like this, especially like the controversy and everything that like happened with the first fight. And even this fight, some people would say that he won like clean and unanimously, but the one judge called it a tie at 114. But I mean, for the most part, we all just saw Bivol kind of just clean him out. And Bivol, man, he's one of the best fighters in the world. We have to give him credit. I mean, we kind of forgot about that and got overshadowed by what happened in the first fight. But like overall, I mean, like he came back and really solidified himself in that division, became the undisputed champion again. And now, I mean, like where he's going, it's really on the rise. And then Betebiev now, given his age and everything, he's kind of on the down. Kind of almost needing this fight to happen again, have a trilogy fight. But Bivol, like right now, he has leverage and he can do whatever he wants. I mean, he's got that division by the balls. He can take any fights. But like I was gonna say, like so like overall, we don't really with Bivol winning. We don't really see him, in a rush to have a round 3 with this guy. He can kind of do what he wants. But what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, like the first part, I kind of disagree with what you said, but everything else was good. Just the part that I don't think anyone was doubting him. I don't think anybody forgot about him. I think because even the first fight was pretty close. I mean, it could have gone either way. Right. Like you said on that, you got it. You think you had it for Bivol.
I did.
Yeah. So I mean, a lot of people got it for Bivol. So I don't think that's why there was another second fight, just to see, he won. They do need a third one just to seal the deal, just to get that. But I ain't really trying to see the third one right away. There's many more fights that Bivol could take. There's Canelo 2, maybe, if you want to take that. There is, we could do a 3 with this homeboy Betebiev. And then the other dude, Beterbiev. We could do a Beterbiev fight.
Right.
There's some light heavyweights there. He can move up to heavyweight if he wanted to, maybe. I can move heavyweight.
I don't know about that.
He wants to. Because he did say, he claimed the division, got undisputed. What's next? What's after that?
Right.
He said cruiserweight. You said something about doing cruiserweight. So that's what I heard. He might go up to cruiserweight, knock them boys down, and then we'll see what happens. And then maybe go heavyweight.
No, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see, but no doubt about it. Bivol is definitely one of the best fighters in the world right now. He's definitely technically sound. He's clean. He's polished, and he's really got the world by the balls right now. But like you said, like if he goes to the cruiserweight and moves up in weight, it's gonna be interesting to see. I mean, like to go into the heavyweight division, especially with some of these guys now, it's gonna be a really daunting task. I mean, definitely have to see how he compares with other people. I mean, we've seen people like Canelo try to move up to where Bivol is and try to fight him, and it didn't really kind of work out. So, but there could be a possibility of a second fight with that. Things could be different. But for right now, Bivol's in a great position in his division, and really doesn't have much more to show in that division. So it's like, what's next?
Yeah.
What's next, and what can he do? So, like I said, he's got the possibilities, and he can do whatever he wants. So. But
I'm happy for Bivol. I'm giving him a round of applause.
Yeah.
So he looked genuinely happy. I never seen him so happy.
Yeah.
Like the whole press conference when he said his name after like everything, he just happy, all smiles.
He definitely soaked in the moment.
Yeah, he definitely looked like he did change some of his, whatever to win this fight.
For sure.
A lot more different than the first fight.
For sure. And then we even remember the first part with like his ex-wife, coming out and everything. So he kind of like can shit on her parade and everything now. So like he really gets to run his victory lap around the whole boxing world. You know what I mean? He really proved himself. Yeah. And like there's nothing else in the way to really get in the way of his moment, and he really shined in this moment. But Carlitos, I want to ask you real quick. What's the next biggest thing that you're looking for in boxing? Like, what is the next big fight that you're looking for?
Well, we got Tank Davis versus that dude from DC. That's a fight coming up, I think, next week or so. That's something I like to see. They got Boots Ernest from Philadelphia. He's fighting in Atlantic City Convention Center on April 12th.
Okay.
So guys, I will be there. I'll be live streaming the whole experience, the event. So if you guys want to see the whole experience of this live event, Errol Spence Matchroom Boxing, follow your boy on Close World TV, okay? But that's I think that's pretty much it. There's a whole I'm trying to see Tank fight right now, and then
got a couple more fights until he retires.
Yeah, I like to see Tank fight. Like David Haney. The guy from North New Jersey, Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah, he was in that undercard too. I mean, Carlitos, like even fighting the electrician last second and beating him up and knocking him out.
Yeah, but the other dude he was supposed to fight before the electrician was young kid, but he backed out. I think he got cold feet. Apparently he got sick, but from what I've seen and what I read, I seen like that whole family or that camp is a little messy. So
right.
But I mean, they lost a bag right there. I mean, that's an opportunity that you probably won't see that in a little minute.
No, for sure.
This guy is giving out bags, man.
No, for sure. I mean, Shakur is like main event material, and then like if he can step in the ring with Tank, given everything, it would definitely be a big fight. So I mean, we'll see what happens with that. Tank kind of trying to control the notion of things where I can kind of fight who I want and when I want, and I'm gonna retire and do all this shit. So we'll see what he does down the line. But his next fight's gonna be interesting to watch. There'll be definitely more people watching, especially since this whole claim of him not trying to box anymore after a couple more fights. So But the money's right, Carlitos. We know what's going to happen. These guys will always step in the ring.
This is like a Floyd Mayweather blueprint type shit. They always say to retire when the competition gets a little bit more retire.
Undefeated record, all this shit. Put it on the line.
Why these guys can't fight just to fight? I understand.
It's not the glory days, Carlitos. These guys are just all about themselves and prima donnas and ego and all this other bullshit. But overall, though, last weekend, it was a good card. It was. I wouldn't say card of the century, but, definitely was a good... good bout. I wish Joe Parker would have fought the balls. I thought that was going to be a good fight because the balls, knocking out Anthony Joshua. I thought that was going to be, a formidable foe. Joe Parker's a good heavyweight, but it's a shame that didn't happen. But maybe in the future down the line that can happen. That heavyweight division's still good. I mean, we still got freaking Wilder trying to fight Ngannou now. Yeah. So that's gonna
that
be
Joe Parker fight, man. I was disappointed in that fight, man. I wanted it. That guy he was facing was the guy that beat the that young American prospect. He knocked the fuck out of this dude.
Yeah.
But that guy that Joe Parker won beat. His name is, I think his name is Bakul or some shit.
Yeah.
Somewhere in like Africa. I don't know. Somewhere there.
He was a filler.
This guy's a fucking monster though. But I mean, it was a last minute replacement.
Yeah.
He got knocked out, I think, in the first round.
Yeah. He was a little out of his league.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it was just he wasn't really prepared.
Yeah,
it was just last minute. He was celebrating his victory, beating the kids. He had a good win that last fight he had. And maybe a little preparation. Maybe I'll give him a chance. I like that dude, but
he was riding his wave of momentum. It just wasn't the right time.
Yeah, it was just happening too fast. It was just an opportunity. The guy has, and they might as well take the opportunity. So take it to the next. Take it to get that championship fight. These guys won.
No, for sure. Even like if he was to have a good showing, even though he got knocked out, if he was to have a good showing, it would have been a good showcase. He'll be back. Like you said, he's still young.
I think they say he's coming back May 2nd. I think the next card, another big card, I think it's May 2nd. I think I'm sick of them all week or some shit.
Okay, so we'll definitely be tuned in for that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but yeah, for the most part, it was definitely a good weekend of boxing. I know you were tuned in and watching it and everything.
Oh, yeah. I was able to get I actually was able to stream it legally. I paid $25 because I do subscribe to the Zone, and then they had the fight pay-per-view, but I guess they had like a discount because, I don't know, maybe it was always cheap, but it was $25 for the fight. So I was like, oh shit, I was going to pay for that. I was able to watch it on the screen TV, no lags, no nothing. Everything worked out. Yeah, I liked it. It's the first pay-per-view I've seen this year.
All right.
For free. Legally.
Well, I mean, some other people around here, we still watching stuff illegally, but
No lags.
No lags.
No lag.
I mean, I can say my link held up pretty well. That's all I can say.
There's some fights. There's some. Yeah, I was just it's cheap. Man, so if it was like $60, man, I don't know about that. I ain't paying no $70, man.
Man,
that's 2 carts. That's a cart right there, man.
Make boxing affordable again, man.
Yeah.
Make
fights too, man.
Yeah, I know that too. I mean, that wo's definitely help boxing. But I mean, overall, boxing's still in a good spot right now, and we got some good fighters out there that we gotta, pay some homage to and throw some flowers for. But Carlitos, I appreciate you coming on and squaring up and talking some boxing with me.
That's right. All right, guys. I enjoyed talking to you, Joffey. If people we're out, don't forget, God, you might see me, but if you guys don't see me, dreaming the fight, Errol Spence versus Errol Spence. I said Errol Spence. I mean Boots Ennis. Okay, Boots Ennis. Oh my God, we're having Errol Spence. Anyways, we out. Peace.
All right, peace, Carlitos. I appreciate you coming on. So, you want to ban the Tush Push, huh? Well, I'm here to talk about that, as this has come into news, right? So, at first, it was an undisclosed source about who exactly in the NFL, out of all these 32 teams, wanted to ban the Tush Push, right? And we kind of already knew, because there was rumblings about this last year, and now the rumblings came back. And we did know last year that the Green Bay Packers had a big say in that. And then we know this year that the Green Bay Packers are at centerfold again trying to ban the Tush Push. Listen, I get it. Y'all lost. Y'all are some sore losers, all right? But I'm going to tell you something right now. When we beat you guys in the wild card round, the Tush Push, yes, we used it effectively and you guys didn't stop it. But at the end of the day, that wasn't the play that decided the game, okay? So you guys claiming that it's unsafe and it's unfair that the Eagles keep using it, well, why don't you guys use it, right? You guys have the option of putting a tight end, a running back, a fucking defensive tackle under center and taking the ball and going through the middle, all right? The Eagles choose Jalen Hurts because Jalen Hurts is that guy. But listen, any of you teams out there can do that. It's really not that hard. So the big conundrum around this is, people are at risk of getting hurt and being injured. And the only people I hear saying this are coaches. Yes, and management and other people, but these are not people on the field. These aren't the players. I don't hear them saying this. I don't. So from Raheem Morris, from Sean McDermott, who, as the Buffalo Bills head coach, ran it the second most behind the Eagles, claiming, I don't like the play because it puts people at risk and makes, has the chance of having people getting injured. Hello, Sean McVay, you have a 240-pound quarterback that is 6'6" and can almost never be stopped. But I guarantee if that play would have worked against the Chiefs in that championship game, I think we're having a different tone there, right? Right? I don't know. Don't know. But, like I'm saying, from the injuries and everything, from Chris Jones trying to go sideways on the Eagles in the Super Bowl to no avail at all, this play wins championships. We remember Tom Brady running it. Remember even the game with USC and Notre Dame and Reggie Bush pushing Matt Leinart. Yes. That is just leverage. Yes, some people look at it unfair as it's not the quarterback, right? He's getting leverage from people behind him getting pushed in, okay? But also this is the same type of push linebackers and safeties do on the other side of the ball. So I don't understand it. And also one thing I also don't understand is you guys can stop it, all right? So when the Eagles played the Jacksonville Jaguars, and to a surprise, the Jacksonville Jaguars came back in that game, but a big reason why they came back in that game is because they stopped it. They stopped it 3 different times. Yes. The Jacksonville Jaguars, who are one of the worst teams in the NFL, stopped the Eagles in their own house. Doug Peterson, not there anymore. But I'm just saying, what is the big deal? Honestly, you guys can run the same fucking play with the same linemen, and you want to give us a hard time because we run it successfully. No, and there's times where we've been stopped. The Commanders have stopped us. They figured it out. So why can't other teams just get on board and try to figure it out? That's bad preparation, and that's bad coaching. I'm tired of it. I am so sick and irate, all right? I'm glad people like Mike McDaniel has stepped up and said he's in favor of the Tush Push, okay? Because he feels that other teams should be on board and trying to stop it. And that's what it should be, honestly. And also today, this Wednesday, the 26th, all right? Troy Vincent, yes, a lot of people have their feelings about him running the union and everything, but the research is out and nobody's been hurt from the fucking play. So please, make this make sense. You guys are trying to complain about people getting hurt about this play and nobody's getting hurt. There's no evidence to prove it. Please, make it make sense. I don't understand. I really don't. You guys are just sore losers, honestly. And like I said, if you could be the Jacksonville Jaguars or the Washington Commanders, just fucking stop the play, all right? You know where it's going, all right? God, I just do not understand it, all right? You got people like Lovu trying to top over the snap and trying to stop the play. You can do that type of stuff. You can. Just time it right, all right? That's preparation. That's coaching. It is. For you guys to complain and say that it's not right for the Eagles to run this, it's just, I just don't believe it. And then, I'm saying, we remember Tom Brady doing this in the Super Bowls, on playoff runs, doing this play, winning. It's a play that wins, okay? This is a play where you're dominating the guy across from you. And if you can't do that, then you're just not fit to be on the field. Honestly, get the next man in there to do it. I just don't get it. I really don't. Sirianni is insulted by this. And honestly, it is kind of insulting. Because when you look at it, he's the coach, right? And he executes this play in practice, and they run it. They run the play. Just like every other play, you run the play. So, God forbid, all right? It's not like the NFL is getting rid of the Wildcat, right? Like, that's still an option. People figured it out. Figure it out. Be a good coach. That's all it is. Stop trying to ban a fucking play. Stop trying to change the NFL. This play is not a danger to the NFL. Wake up. Unless you're an idiot like Brock Purdy going in head first and you don't know how to run it. I just don't understand it. I really don't. But at the end of the day, when it comes to this, all right, there's going to have to be a vote. All right, so you can have one guy from the Packers, you can have a coach from that team, you can have a coach from there, you can have the guy making a sandwich down the street, disagreeing with it, but the owners have to vote on it, all right? And you need 2/3 of the vote. And if you guys don't know, that means you need 24 owners out of 32 owners to be on board with banning it. And it's not going to happen. If this play was a risk, I'm all for it. But there's no data or anything behind that or any type of evidence to prove that this play is a danger to the NFL. I don't want to hear it. I really don't. Like I said, you can get an offensive lineman, a 350-pound guy. You can get a 400-pound security guard down the street to run the fucking play. All right? Go under the center and run it. All right? You know where the ball's going. You know where it's going. Stop it. Do your job. Stop trying to blame the Eagles. God damn. I'm so irate about this. It's just because you guys are sore fucking losers. All right? You guys couldn't run it with Jordan Love? Get out of here. I don't want to hear it. I really don't. I'm really, really tired of having this discussion. And we're probably going to have it again next year. Really. Until it gets banned, which it won't. Until somebody gets hurt. I don't want to hear it. I really don't. That's it. I'm done.